All right, and welcome to another Gobbo story time. So this is where I just not really any videos, just go over various things. The last one I talked about had to do with my culture, not culture vibe, but value shield and coat of arms for work, and it's pretty funny. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go try it out. This is a different story. This is about the time that I got the silver bullet. And if you don't know what the silver bullet is, well, you're in a treat. You're in for a treat. So it all kind of falls back to my days long ago. I was a corporal at the time, United States Marine Corps, serving out in Okinawa, and I was normally to get promoted to sergeant in the Marine Corps, you have to wait 1 year. But there is kind of an exception. So I had been a corporal for 11 months, and the gunnery sergeant, I won't say his name, the gunnery sergeant, he was out there. He's like, "Hey, there, Corporal Gobbo." I'm like, "Yes, gunnery sergeant. Hey, you got your chevrons ready? You got a promotion event today." I'm like, "Gunnery sergeant, I haven't been a corporal for a year yet. I can't get it." He's like, "Well, you better go get it right now." I'm like, "Gunnery sergeant, why are you doing this? Why are you fucking with me?" He's like, "All right, well, I'm just letting you know." And I'm like, "God damn it." What I wanted to say was like, "Fuck you, gunnery sergeant," rubbing it in that I'm not here. And to make matters worse, it was April 1st. So it was April Fool's Day. It was pissing down rain. And I got a gunnery sergeant telling me that I'm getting promoted to sergeant. And I'm like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself, gunnery sergeant." And but it turns out about 30 minutes before the formation was set, that it turns out I actually was getting promoted. So I had to run across where I was on Camp Butler over to the little like PX where they sell ranks, get some ranks, run back, sprint back, and it's piss and rain the entire time. The entire unit's in formation to get the promoted, and so I had to get up there, get pinned on my sergeant chevrons, and I was there was two of us getting promoted. I was getting promoted, and some brute PFC was getting promoted. And let me tell you right now, boots are word. All right, you don't use our word. All right, you could be some jack 6 foot to 220 lean mean UFC fighter, and I could be 85 and in a wheelchair. And you're gonna have to go to your coach. You're gonna have to explain to him how some 85-year-old whooped your ass. So there it was. I ended up getting promoted on April 1st, pissing down rain. Didn't think it was there, wasting all our time. And at the same time, we had a mandatory fun day that was coming up in 2 weeks. And so the sergeant major, he went out there, and the sergeant major, he was a big. I don't have a good picture of him, so we're gonna use this for the sergeant major. Sergeant major was as wide as he was tall. And he's like, "Hey, there's Sergeant Gobbo." "Yes, sergeant major." That's how you talk to sergeant major. You don't slow it. You always just, "Yes, sergeant major. Hey, this is what I need you to do. You do that CrossFit stuff." Yes, sergeant major. I'm always out there motivating the Marines. "Hey, you're gonna be in charge of this team. Get the best Marines out there you can." Very good, sergeant major. Rah. And he just kind of goes, because the farther along you get, the less you use words. You just start grunting. Later on in my sergeanthood, I stopped replying to people and just started grunting at them. For those who don't know, you'll never know. But anyway, so I had to get a team together because I was always out there training. I was a close combat instructor, just getting people there, flipping tires, doing that kind of stuff. So the day of the event comes around. And we're doing all kinds of Marine Corps stuff. Now, you're looking at a nice motivated image here of some motivated Marines. Only take this and make it pissing down rain again, because Okinawa in April, May, it's just nothing but rain. So it was like 65 outside, pissing rain on us. Everything was covered in mud. We had all these different events, one obstacle course, Humvee pool, Pugil sticks, all that. And I was in charge of the quote-unquote CrossFit event. So the CrossFit event, it was 100 burpees, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 air squats, tire flips across the soccer field, or football field for you Europeans. And we were in last place. I was the anchor. We started off with a gunnery sergeant. He went and gunnery sergeant getting it. And then, we had some motivated lance corporals in there. We had a motivated corporal. And then it gets to me. And I have to go. And like we're in last place. We got like 14 units out there. The brigadier general, he said that we're having this mandatory fun day, and by God, we were having a mandatory fun day. So we, so we're going there, and we're in last place. And then I get down there, and like I start going, and I start going. And we started with like 5 or 6 Marines. Like, hey, hey, Sergeant Gobbo, you can get it. Keep pushing. I'm just going and going and going. And like as I go, the other guy's already like the team next to me, CLB4, or Cell Block 4 as we call them. They're already like finished the burpees. He's already started another one. So I finished the burpees, and then I go to push-ups, and I realized I beat him. The guy next to me, I beat him in his push-ups, and that's when the sergeant major comes out, and like he's like, hey, sergeant major comes with everybody. I didn't know it because I was too busy just out there getting it. He's like, yeah, you gotta go get that shit, Sergeant Gobbo. I'm like, yes, Sergeant Major. Don't talk to me right now, Gobbo. You go get that shit, and that's Sergeant Major. So I just go, and I'm just rolling, and I get to the air squats, and I'm just flying through it. This is probably the peak of my fitness. I'm just flying through it. And meanwhile, the sergeant major's just in my ear screaming, and I'm starting to get that tunnel vision. So all I can see and all I can focus on is the sergeant major. He's just the only thing that I can really see coming at me. And then I get to the tire flips, and now we've gone from the lead of like 16 people ahead of us to like three units ahead of us. So I was there at the tire flip, and you can see the motivated Marine back there. That's about the size of the tires we had. These off the big trucks. And I couldn't see anything. I was so narrow void. And all I had was this sergeant major just screaming at me, get that shit, sergeant. Don't let me get it. And I'm just going. I'm just flipping this tire. It's muddy. So as I get a tire up, I'm just pushing. And I'm trying to get it. And I just got the sergeant major just like basically grunting in my face. Just, and I'm just making it happen. So I'm just pushing and pushing and pushing. I get to the tire flip, and he's like, "Oh, first place, Combat Logistics Regiment 3." And like I'm so tired. I just like get onto the tire, and I can't even lift my head. And the sergeant major's like, "Yeah, you got that shit." I had a unit that liked to punch people. I don't know what it is. We had a master gunnery sergeant who liked to punch me in the chest and like, "Hey, Gobbo." And then obviously he didn't call me Gobbo. My actual name isn't Gobbo. And the sergeant major's like, "Yeah, you got that shit." And he punches me. And then the colonel comes up, and the colonel punches me. We had a really punchy group, and then like we must have had 100 Marines congratulating me, and I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm shaking for the amount of exhaustion that was in me, and I'm just like, I get up there, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, hey, Lance Corporal. We don't have a Lance Corporal picture. We'll just have to pretend this is Lance Corporal. We'll just make a really, really small one. So I get like, "Hey, Lance Corporal, help me out. Get over there." And so I get this Lance Corporal to carry me, and I'm like, oh, I just need to sit down. I just need some water. I'm so exhausted. So he drags me over. Well, yeah, he mostly carries me for a little bit and drags me over to the tent because people get overheated and they go. I'm like, I just gotta get over there. So I get in front of like the little medical tent, and there's a bunch of corpsmen there, and I'm like, oh, I just need to sit down and get some water. I'll be good. And like right in front of the Navy corpsmen. Now, those who aren't familiar with the Navy, U.S. Navy or the Marines, we don't have medics. We have corpsmen. Don't conflate the two. All right, they put a lot of work in there to get their job done. So don't conflate the two. And I just vomit right in front. I'm just, and they're like, "Oh, you okay?" I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And like I'm not. And like as I'm trying to say, I'm just tired. I just right in front of him. Like, "Oh, start up the Humvee." And I was so out of it. I didn't realize it was going to happen. But let me tell you, it's not a pleasant experience what happened. So they put me in the Humvee. They sit me down. And then I'm like, oh, God, I'm so tired. And then I'm rolling to the medical. I'm like, I'm about to get the silver bullet. My world's over. And if you don't know what the silver bullet is, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today about the silver bullet. So I get into the medical. Remember, it's 65 outside. So what's that, like 15 degrees Celsius? It's piss and rain. So like I'm shivering how cold I am. So I get in there, and I'm talking to the corpsman. And for those who don't know, the corpsman who administers the silver bullet is always the corpsman who's in charge of checking for sexual transmitted diseases. And he does the temperature. I'm talking to him like I'm fine. I'm exhausted. I explained, we were behind, and I was a newly motivated sergeant that had to go out there, and, show my alpha status. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And then the medical doctor, she comes in, and she's like, well, we're gonna have to get his temperature. He's like, oh, I took his temperature orally. And she's like, no, we need to know if he's overheated. So we can't use the oral method. So for those who don't know what the silver bullet is, let me explain to you. So to get a true idea of what someone's temperature is, you don't go through the mouth. I'm just going to leave this image up there, and it's called the silver bullet because the thermometer has aluminum on it and it looks silver. So I'm there, I'm getting it. Not getting it like I was with the tire flip, but I was getting it. And he reads off the temperature. He's like 95.3. And I'm just staring at the medical officer, and she's like, huh, that's kind of low. I'm like, really? Really? I told you I was freezing. Like, I'm shivering. You didn't think this happened? Like, oh, you're free to go. So, there you go. I went out there, and I put in so much work that I got to take it. I get to take that temperature scale. But I did get back to the unit. I got back just in time for the final event, which was a chariot race between all the units. You had the commanding officer, and you had the sergeant major. And the sergeant major he was like the horse on the chariot, and our sergeant major knew he was going to win. He was our biggest Marine, like in the back there, and they were pulling him around. He's like, all right, let's make sure they're not going to fall. And him and the CO, him and the colonel were practicing like we're winning this. So they had to go across the soccer field and come back, and the general's his chariot ended up popping a wheel, and they ended up taking a spill. But that's okay. So we win. We're in formation. They call out who wins. We're crazy. We're going out. We got the challenge coins, and I see the sergeant major's like, he's like, it was, and I'm like, because Marines don't necessarily use a lot of words. We just kind of grunt at each other when we're excited. And I'm like, he's like, you get that shit there, Sergeant Gobbo. I'm like, Sergeant Major, I had to get the silver bullet, and he just he just laughs at me. He's like, hey, Colonel, yeah, tell me what happened, Sergeant Gobbo. I had to get a silver bullet there, Colonel. And so he gives me we got a challenge coin. So the most so for the Marine who sacrificed the most, he gave me the challenge coin because I took one for the team. I went out there for the team, and then I had to take one for the team. I'll give you more stories later. Hope you enjoyed it.